My name's Nick Knight. I'm probably best known for being a photographer. So for the last 11 years I've been running Show Studio, which is a website which specialises in fashion film and really just a new way of trying to understand fashion across the internet. It's also been a way of, if you want, allowing people to see behind the scenes. One of the last luxuries that we really have is access, in a way of showing the process. When I work, there's from the moment of conception to the moment of completion, there's a journey that I go on. And the public, or the audience, if you want, don't get to see that journey. They just get to see the end product. And I've never liked that arrogance. It's very statement-like and doesn't bear much connection to my life. So the internet allowed me to do that. It's what's become called blogging now. But at the time in 2000 there was no blogging. In 2000 when I started, there were no mobile phones with pictures on them. Things have changed a lot in the last 10 years. This project for me is particularly exciting because it allows me partly to take my own work into a new domain, into areas which I haven't been able to previously. This project I'm hoping to create for this is a sculpture, a public sculpture. And it's a sculpture which hopefully will be interactive. One of the first projects nearly 11 years ago for Show Studio was a 3D scanning project. I very much like the idea of creating sculpture. It's something that I'm fascinated in. I've grown up and seen the sculptures, the municipal sculptures in towns and cities, and how they're put as sort of moments of, if you want, reverence to people. And also I like them when they're graffitied and when they're written across and defaced. And the piece I'm trying to create for this project is about that interaction between the pomposity of making a sort of public statement and therefore the sort of revolutionary aspect of the people tearing it down or changing it or altering it. So I'm quite excited by that discourse. I love that fact that you have these moments of sort of statement that then the public change. When you've got a platform where you can show things in 360 degrees, then it allows you to approach creating a piece of work in quite a different way than if you're doing a photograph, which is just basically a flat 2D plane. One of the exciting things about 3D and 3D scanning is it allows you to take the whole principle of creating an object in the same way that you would create a photograph. So it's about composition, it's about spatial awareness, it's about relationship between myself and the sitter. But it allows you at the end product to create a physical object. And although that's quite out of most people's common experience now, my belief is it's not going to be for much longer. I think there are different companies making home printers, so you can just put information, you can print yourself out an object from the internet. So once we have that facility, I think it's going to become something that's much more part of people's everyday lives. So I do think it's probably the next step within the fashion world I work in, so you can actually print out the, whatever it is, the pictures you would have previously seen in magazines as sculptures. But of course, technically, to be able to do augmented reality on such a huge scale and to try and attempt movement and interactivity with that, I think is very exciting. But we'll see technically what we can actually achieve. I'll aim high and we'll see what we get to.